In this video, we're going to look at your first little Game Maker challenge. I'm just going to run the program here and show you what it's going to do. So you've got the one little controller and this little red cross thing here. It is moving towards my mouse pointer. You can see it points towards the mouse pointer. And then behind it, I have a block D for dog, and it just follows the player around. Okay, so it points towards the player. When it gets to a certain distance, it stops like that, so it doesn't glitch out. If you don't put in a check to see whether it's reached the mouse point, or it'll just keep moving towards the mouse point and then glitch out as it figures out what to do when it's at distance 0 from the mouse point. So you'll need to put a check in. Now I've got some pseudocode here for you to look at and to decipher, turn into Game Maker code. So let's have a look at that. Object block on the create event, and this could easily be called object player, which I won't change it at the moment. I've just got move speed here. Turn speed, I don't need. Okay, so you're going to need a move speed. And for your object dog, you're going to need a move speed as well. Now, when you do this, don't go ahead and create a dog and a player or anything like that. This is a practice task. Okay, you need to be efficient. So when it comes down to achieve merit excellence stuff, efficiency is one of those criteria. And if you're spending ages on doing stuff that you don't need to do, then it's not going to be very efficient. For this one, we're just going to use programmer art. Fill a square, draw a D on it for dog. It'll work. In here, the dog has the same thing, move speed, except the dog is move speed equals 3. It's a little bit slower than the player. The step event. The step event for both looks very similar, so I'll go through the player first. Okay, so if the distance to the mouse point is greater than 5, then point towards the mouse. Set the mouse speed to move speed, else set the speed to 0, and then finally update the image angle. Now with the cheat sheet that you got the other day, you should be able to have a look and see what might help you point towards the mouse. You should know how to set those speed variables in there, and also the image angle. So the cheat sheet guide should help you to go through, create a condition where the distance to the mouse point is greater than 5. The only thing that the cheat sheet doesn't cover is mouse underscore X and mouse underscore Y. Those are variables. I think in the cheat sheet we didn't have the underscore, but it's underscore X underscore Y refer to the X and Y coordinates of the mouse. So that's the player code there. You can pause this or rewind and go back to it and have a look at that. The dog code is very much the same. If the distance to the player is greater than 32, set the direction to point direction of player, set speed to move speed, else set speed to 0, update the image angle. Okay, so instead of moving towards the mouse, it's just moving towards the player. If the distance to the player is greater than 32, so if the player wanders off a little bit, the dog will start following. If it's near it, it won't. You may be wondering how my code is running when I've just got pseudocode here. Actually, if I scroll down, I've got the proper code at the bottom and I've just put the pseudocode at the top. So that's how mine is actually working. That pseudocode in the comments there is not real. So you can see I can move through the dog, etc. It moves towards my mouse. It is pointing in the direction of the mouse and the dog just follows. So that's your first challenge task.